What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're doing a bit of a account review, account takeover for Boo. We'll just call him Boo here. But yeah, he's level 56. He's level 56, guys. He seemingly is a very new player, but if you look at his challenges and his badges, he's actually from the class of 2019. So he made this account in 2019, and it's absolutely amazing since it's a 5-year-old account. But if you look at the daily login rewards, he's not even at 240 days collecting these daily logins. So Boo here is definitely a very casual player. He's probably taken extensive breaks over periods of time, and yeah, basically he reached out, and we decided to hop on his account, give him a little bit of tips and pointers and just how to generally play Raid Shadow Legends, I guess. But yeah, we'll see if we can help him out here. We'll do a big poke around, and yeah, we'll try to help him out. So level 56, I mean, he's definitely still super early game. Let's have a quick look at things. I think he's a spender here. Yes, he has a spending, yeah, at least the gem pack here. Really not sure if he's purchased other things. It looks like, yeah, the Forge Pass he's also purchased. So a little bit of spending, right? A little bit of spending. I don't know what else. I didn't really ask. But yeah, let's check out things here. We got Great Hall, level 40. Yeah, definitely super casual player. Um, yeah, let's just poke around and see what we got here. He's got a little bit of brews, got no books, no chickens. So yeah, pretty standard early game stuff. He's got a bit of shards, 5 primal shards. I don't know where he got 5 primal shards from. But this, could have bought it, perhaps. Or these could be saved from months, for example. But not too many shards, can't really do a fusion or anything like that. Still got all the fusions still here, as expected, honestly, level 54. Yeah, not much fragments for anybody, really. 2 fragments for Empress. So still working on that. Let's have a quick look at his box, see what we're actually working with here, see how dire it is. I see a Warlord, that's really nice. What else does he got here? Let's see. Let's check out his entire inventory here. Let's sort by Legos and Mythicals. So yep, that's everything. So he's got Warlord. Warlord is a premium champion. I mean, even Warlord as a just a general dungeon champion, he's extremely good. Block debuffs here. Definitely a champion that you could focus on. He's really good in arena as well. He's going to carry you through Doom Tower waves as you're progressing. So definitely a very good champion to invest in. I see you've invested books into him and partial masteries. That's fine. Totally sensible. Warlord's great. After that, we have Sathalia. Sathalia, I mean, she's okay. She's useful for faction wars, but she's not premium cleanser or a healer or anything like that. Single target cleanse, and then she has a strip. Not the best champion. Ninja, one of the best free champions you could get. Definitely worth investing in. Yeah, put the books in him. Masteries, still working on it. So yeah, books and masteries seem good. Not gonna really talk too much about these builds. I mean, these builds look really early game. This Warlord, he has decent speed. He's probably better speed than I would expect for this account, but he has no accuracy. Without accuracy, he can't drop cooldowns. So you need accuracy on this guy. I would say at least 200, 300 if you can, but probably 200 to start, and then go from there. Temporal chains is fine. You could go for a sheep as well, is also okay. But yeah, go for 200 accuracy. You probably didn't want to go for offense tree because Warlord's not doing any offense. You probably want to go down to support. Make sure you got Eagle Eyes so you got the extra 50 accuracy. Make life a little bit easier on you. And then just take defense tree. Just make him a lockout champion. Fast with accuracy is all you really need. Sathalia, I mean, she's fine. You can use her, definitely. Is she booked out? She is booked out. I mean, you might as well use her at this point since you booked her out. Personally, I don't think I would have, but yeah, you got it. So she does require accuracy to do the strip and turn me to push back. So you need accuracy on her. After that, I don't think you need accuracy on the A1 as well. So yeah, 97 accuracy is not going to cut it. So you want to aim for about 200, maybe even 150 at this point in your raid account. Probably need to go that. Broken sets is fine. Oh my god, you have a hollowed hilt. You actually crafted, like, I can't imagine you having much crafts, like relic crafts, but you somehow have a mythical relic. Insane, man, insane. It's a good one, plus 11 speed, so it's a good one. One of the best ones. So congratulations on that. That's wild. Ninja, yeah, Ninja's definitely worth investing in. This build is just not going to work. Like, he has no speed, no accuracy. Most of his damage is going to come from his HP burn. You need accuracy to land HP burn. So without accuracy here, this build is just a nothing. So it's not going to work. Also, books make a big difference because the books give you the 25% chance to land. Otherwise, you're just landing at 75% of the time, which is pretty bad. So Ninja needs some work. Aelin, free champion, could be okay. She came with the 5-star brimstone. I guess you didn't get it. Or she came with the 5-star blessing, didn't get it. I would just leave it as is. Aelin's not a great progression champion, so I would look elsewhere. You got Neithwi here. I mean, Neithwi's pretty squishy damage dealer, needs good gear, so you're not going to play with him immediately. So I would just put him on the bench, and then this is fine. Don't do anything with him. Same thing as Zavia. Zavia is a poison activator. I wouldn't bother with her. She needs a good team to go around her, and then she obviously needs books and stuff. I definitely wouldn't use her for now. You got Donatello. You got Michelangelo. These are great. You got some good champions here. But the problem is you don't have books. So let's think about this a little bit. Michelangelo, I think, could work pretty well, assuming you do have the big soul for him. Look, you have the 4-star already, so it's going to make building him out pretty easy. He does need books. He can land decreased defense. He can do decreased attack and leech. These are very useful debuffs. So he's probably going to fit into your teams, I think. And then Donatello is probably going to fit in your team as well. Donnie, he definitely needs books. His abilities are great, but they need books. Like, your 6-turn cooldowns, that's not going to do it. But yeah, he's great. He's a great champion. He's a great support. He's a great carry. But obviously, for him, you can build him up relatively easily. You can just go speed and HP, so it's pretty easy that way. I see Silver Drake's here. I'm surprised you don't really use her. She could be a good champion to help you go through like wave content, Doom Tower. You build it out with speed and accuracy. She generally doesn't need books. 4-turn AoE with the stun. You get away without any books. But she needs half decent gear. She needs accuracy and stuff. The rest of these champions, I don't think I would really focus too much on. I mean, Lysandra could definitely be useful. She needs accuracy to use her A1, like return debuff. She needs accuracy for a turn meter drop. She needs accuracy for this turn meter drop as well. So she needs accuracy, and you want her to be fast. I assume 200 speed is probably the fastest you have on this account. Everybody else, I mean, you can just kind of bench for now. So my main focuses would probably be, I would use Athalia since you already booked her out. Ninja would probably be your main damage dealer that you need to figure out how to get up to speed. And then I'll probably just run the 2 turtles. The 2 turtles are great. And then, Silver Drake for a reviver, you don't really need. But you can run these 5. And I think it'll be pretty strong. Yeah, you have a control champion. You have healing. You have, block debuffs. You have the damage. You have decreased attack, decreased defense. Leech, which is going to keep your team alive, and then you have the cheat death, you have turn meter boost, cooldown reduction. Donnie's really good, and a bit of healing here as well. Like, these 5 should be able to handle like lots of content. So I would focus on those 5 first. If you need more, if for example you need a reviver, probably going to be this Silver Drakes. You could also look at Graco's Turn Drake as well. He does bring block damage here, which could be helpful to help you progress just in general wave content. The problem is these are legendaries and they take a lot of books. So let's have a look at your epics, which are a little bit cheaper to figure out. Skull Crusher is fine. He's a good champion, good for clan boss and all that, but for general dungeon progress, he's going to be a little bit slow, so probably wouldn't focus too much on him. He might fit into a clan boss team, so get you a little bit of damage. Tyrell, he's fully booked, mastered out. build is not great. Need accuracy. Need accuracy for his decreased defense, attack, sleep, stun. Need all of it. So he's basically doing nothing. Brawler. I mean, this build kind of works. You got 200 accuracy, 160 speed. Kind of works. So Brawler, one of your better built champions. He's not booked, unfortunately. I guess you don't need books because you're just using him for his passive, pretty much. He's mastered too. Yeah, I mean, could be a clan boss champion. Steel Skull, not booked. Partially mastered. Build, okay speed, no accuracy. No accuracy means he's not doing any poisons, which is pretty bad. So, Miscreant Monster could be useful for Spider. He's fully booked with partial masteries. No speed, no accuracy. So this build is a nothing build. It's not effective. He needs speed and he needs accuracy to do all the things he needs to do. In terms of the other epics, you got some okay ones. You could use Gore Grab for Arena, for example. I mean, Doom Priest has uses as well. Neldor has uses as well, but not right now. I would say not right now for sure. Let's have a look at what you have in terms of your box. Gear, 1,100 pieces, mostly not rolled up. It's got some common pieces here, so that means you probably need a gear cleanse. Maybe you've never cleansed your gear ever. I don't know. 1,100 pieces. Not many of these are rolled up. Like I see one rolled up piece per 10 items, if even that. Maybe 1 per 20. And then I see uncommon pieces here too. So I don't know. Yeah, you need a serious gear cleanse and a gear roll up. So after you roll up your best gear, I would say, let's see what kind of best gear you have. I'm just curious. You're level 54. You can't have much. I would say you can't have much. So let's see. Let's go to 6-star pieces here. You got 142 6-star pieces. Do you have, for example, speed boots? You have 2 speed boots, 6-star speed boots. Any equipped? 1 equipped. Okay, these are good, right? These are good. You're gonna have to use them for a little bit. So yeah, that's not bad. Let's see. Do you have crit damage gloves? 6-star crit damage gloves. You got a couple. That's good. That's good. You can use these for like damage dealers for a little bit, like this glove. Sorry, I moved my head. But yeah, like this glove could be okay. You got speed and attack percentage. This one could be okay. You got accuracy, speed set. And then you got a bunch of bad ones for relentless. And then you have this one's pretty bad too for perception. But you know what? They are usable, right? For damage dealers for the time being. Yeah, so I would probably focus on the 5 and 6-star pieces. Like that's 800 pieces at this point. And I would probably focus on epic or better. So half of that. So half of the 5 and 6-star pieces you have are rares. So for example, if I do all rares, you got 400 pieces are rares. I mean, these could be fine too. Like 6-star rare could be very okay as long as it has speed on it. Like for example, as long as it has speed, still useful. Only this chest, and this chest could totally be fine, right? So defense percentage with speed, totally a fine chest. But yeah, you gotta spend the time to roll these up. Otherwise, you can't make proper builds, right? Like I can tell right now that the builds you have on these champions, almost none of them are effective. Almost none of them are effective. Like to do what you need to do, right? Like this cold heart has no turn meter drop, no accuracy, can't drop the turn meter. I know it's not important when you just want her for damage, but she's not doing any damage with these stats. And she has no accuracy, so she's not dropping turn meter, so she's not really doing anything. You know what I mean? So she has a multi-hit, but otherwise she's not really doing anything. Ninja's not doing anything with this accuracy, like you know what I mean? Warlord, I guess Warlord's probably your best champion, like best built. I recognize after looking at your roster, like 169 accuracy is probably the higher end of what your account can do. So I recognize that. Once you add 50 more accuracy from Eagle Eye, this Warlord build's going to be totally okay. But yeah, there's a lot of work to be done, and a lot of it's just going to come down to gameplay. Accessories, you got 500, means you haven't been farming too much accessories. You know, not expected, right? Not expected, just because it's difficult, especially early. Let's see, 4-star. How many 4-star pieces do you have? Hold on, 4-star pieces. 174 4-star pieces. 283 5-star, 21 6-star. Yeah. So 4-star, I mean, you're probably going to have to end up using 4-stars for a little bit. You don't want to make them 16. You don't want to spend the silver to make them 16 if you can help it. But I recognize that you might have a really hard time to find like accuracy banners or like crit damage amulets and all that stuff. So it's yeah, it's a little bit tough. I get it. Obviously, the biggest thing that you probably need to do is just figure out your clan boss team and try to progress as high as you can. So I don't know where you are in terms of clan boss. Looks like you were hitting brutal. Are you hitting You're hitting the bottom chest of brutal, top chest of hard. Okay, so this gives me an idea of where you're at. Top chest hard. All right, top chest hard. Let's see. Top chest hard. Okay, I'm just gonna claim it for you. Oh, your clan's not even knocking it out. You need to find a clan that can at least give you double chests. That's the big thing too. Okay, so let's see. This team. Does this team work? Does this team work? You need decrease attack. That's going to increase the likelihood that your team survives. So you need decrease attack. A champion that I saw that was built to do that was Tyrell. Tyrell can do it on his A1, which is really good with the counterattack from Skull Crusher, so he can do that for you. But not in the build that he was currently in. The build that he currently was in couldn't do anything because he has no accuracy. So, for example, you're looking for decreased attack. What you got? You got Tyrell. Mikey. Eventually, Mikey will come in and replace probably Tyrell. Mikey's just basically a better version. He's decreased defense with the decreased attack as well as the leech, which is better than Tyrell. So in the meantime, you probably will, probably sub out Ninja because Ninja's just not doing anything. Ninja has no accuracy. You can't latch HP burns and all that. So you probably go with, Tyrell here. And then Kale, I guess, is your main damage dealer, unfortunately. Obviously, if you had somebody like Ninja in this team, you just get way more damage. My other suggestion would probably be like Occult Brawler. Somebody like Occult Brawler would probably be better than Kale. Just because Occult Brawler was he probably lands a little bit more poisons, which means he probably does more damage overall. So if you look at Kale here, 109 accuracy versus 194 Brawler. The Brawler speed's a little bit low, but he is in Relentless, so it kind of works here. You get some extra turns here and there. Kale is actually in a decent build, a little bit of damage here, but the accuracy is pretty low. It's going to have a hard time landing on the poisons on the boss. The other thing is Miscreant Monster is not really bringing anything for this fight. He's bringing a shield. I guess that's what you're using him for. I would highly suggest to remove him and get Donatello in here like ASAP. Just get Donatello in here ASAP. He's bringing the increased speed, which is going to give your champions more turns. He's bringing the passive to protect your champions. He's bringing cooldown reduction, so you get more attacks. He's getting healing. So I think Donatello will be a good, and he's easy to build. You don't need accuracy on him, just make him fast with high HP. I mean, I don't think this team's gonna go, crazy high. But maybe it can take on Nightmare eventually. So Thalia would eventually have to come out as well. But for healing, she also brings HP burn. So Thalia probably needs accuracy as well. Yeah, give her like another 50 accuracy, and then she can land HP burn for you, so she can pitch in a little bit of damage. But that's kind of like the general stats. You want like at least 150 speed, 170 speed, 150 accuracy, 170 accuracy. Once you start entering Nightmare, that's when your stats probably need to be closer to 200-ish, like 170, 180 speed, 200 accuracy. And then once you hit Ultra Nightmare, you're looking at, 190, 200 speed with, 220 accuracy, 225 accuracy roughly. So that's kind of where you're at. So based on your overall stats, hard and brutal seem about right. But I think your team could do a little bit better in terms of the overall team setup and damage that you can do. But that's just a quick note there. I think for clan boss, I think you can definitely push it, and then just go as high as you can. Eventually, you're going to start getting better gear, and then you're going to be doing some of the higher stages of clan boss. For spider, you're on 13. 13 is still okay. You probably need to farm like 10 over and over and over again, just for like accessories. And for you do have, I mean, you have champions. That's the thing. You have champions to deal with this. Cold Heart is one of the premier champions to deal with spider, but not the build that you have her in. You need accuracy to drop the turn meter. You need, obviously a little bit of speed and all that. So at this point, you're just relying on your champions, like trying to kill off the spiderlings and then hold them at bay, right? Like you don't really have anything else. But Cold Heart's a really big champion for spider if you get her built properly. 70% crit rate with accuracy, a little bit of speed. Ice Golem here. Poisons, gonna do him in. Poisons will do him in. Maybe a reviver would help. You don't have any revivers. I mean, Gore Grab could work. Gore Grab. Seal the Drakes. Like I said, Donatello is gonna be a big carry for your account. Once you get him up and running. Dragon 16, that's good to see. You got Donnie here. Lockout for the waves, decrease attack, poisons for the boss. You could consider bringing, like I said, a cult brawler can be usable here. Ninja's also usable once you build them out properly, but you don't have enough books or anything to build them out. So that's kind of like the problem, right? Like you're spending money on shards, for example, but you don't have any money, for books, right? And without books, the legendaries are really hard to use to their full effectiveness. But yeah, this team I think can definitely do it. It's just going to be maybe a little bit slow. 16 is reasonable though. 16 reasonable. You're getting the 6-star drops, so not too bad. Fire Knight on 12. Cold Heart's here, so Cold Heart's a good one. You could consider bringing maybe counterattack. Counterattack could help you. He brings ally protection as well against the shield slams. Donatello is going to be good here as well. He's got increased speed, turn meter boost. So Donatello is going to be good here as well. Yeah, I guess in the future you could consider like Lysandra would be okay as well. Turn meter, manipulation, speed up. So she can be really good there. I wouldn't worry about Sand Devil or Shogun at this stage. Honestly, level 54 is just not a big thing. Masteries, looks like you're okay for masteries. You can at least do level 15. So yeah, just a couple of things you can work on. I mean, obviously it's very tough. The main thing to work on would be the clan boss, Demon Lord. Hydra is going to be impossible for you, at least for a little bit, and then Chimera is going to be quite difficult as well. You just do whatever you can. At these stages, you just do whatever you can, get whatever resources you can do. Doom Tower, like I said, I think I highlighted a little bit where you can go. Against this guy, it's going to be pretty tough. You need shields, some miscreated monsters here, that's fine. But yeah, Doom Tower is going to be pretty tough for a little bit. You just have no gear. Centranos, yeah, do the best you can here. Not expected to do too much. What else? Arena. Let's see what you're doing for Arena. Arena's kind of like free points sometimes. Like Lysandra. I see. Lysandra was fast, and then Warlord, and then you have 2 damage dealers. I mean, Ninja's not doing anything here. He's not booked out. He has no accuracy, so he's not freezing anybody. He's not doing any damage. There's not going to be really much help. What you could maybe bring is somebody like take out Ninja and then put Thalia in, and she brings a strip, which can be good. She brings some turn meter. She brings some pushback, so she can be good. She needs a little bit of accuracies to make her better. The other thing you could do is add Tyrell. So you go increase speed, lockout, AoE decrease defense, and then nuke. That's kind of one other way you can do it. The other thing you could do is get rid of Lysandra and then just go Gore Grab, because Gore Grab brings you plus attack, and then he can hit harder. So that's kind of one way to do it. I mean, obviously, you have way more champions than a standard level 54 player would have. I don't think you're a big spender or anything, but obviously you've been playing a long time. You got a lot of free champions, so you got a lot more champions than a regular level 54 player would have. But yeah, you definitely don't have any good gear. You need to work on the gearing part. Let's see what you have for the forge. Maybe you have some stuff here. Looks like you have nothing. Uh, oh, these are going to be big. These are going to be big. Yeah, these are going to be big. This is going to, yeah, definitely catapult your account if you get some decent rolls. That's about it. But honestly, if you can get one good set out of here and put it on your damage dealer, that's gonna go very far, my friend. So make sure you focus on here. I mean, you might even just throw these in, like do 100 and then see what you get. But yeah, I would definitely work on those crafts and then work on leveling out some of your gear. Work on a gear cleanse. That's a big deal. And then of course keep working your Great Hall. These are easy stats. Keep working your just regular arena battles so you can get some good stats. Start climbing up a little bit. And then as a general guideline, I would try to follow the Arbiter missions, right? Wherever you go, if you don't feel like you're progressing, look for Arbiter missions. When you finish off one of the missions or start tackling one of the missions, you are progressing. And once you get Arbiter, Arbiter is going to help out your team. I'm going to help out your roster, right? She brings a Reviver plus attack as well. So she would be, an easy upgrade over somebody like Gore Grab if you wanted to commit to Gore Grab. And Arbiter is a Reviver as well. You're going to be using Arbiter for a lot of different areas if you get her. Obviously, she's pretty far away still, but if you're lacking, direction, just try to knock off one or two of these quests whenever you can. Eventually, you'll just get time gated at one spot, but as long as you're kind of have it in the back of your mind, you can just still progress, right? Let's see what else. Guardian ring here. Yeah, there's no need to open all of these, so it's not a big deal. Make sure this is maxed out. You need to max this out if you're going to be playing this game long term, my friend. At from 2019, you need to max this out. Level 2, you need to just pay the gems, max it out, and then hopefully it just pays for itself in the long run if you just keep continuing to play this game. I don't know what your spending habits are, but a little bit of investment here is going to go a long way. Like I said, it's going to pay things off over time. And I would say definitely participate in some of these events, like these tournament events, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but for me as a level 100 player, this top prize is the same. It's a medium soulstone, but for me it costs 10,000 points. So there is a bit of advantage jumping into these tournaments, trying to scoop up some of these rewards because the points to get them are much less. Now I understand obviously the progress level of somebody that's level 54 versus somebody that's 100 is not going to be on the same level. But if you just wanted to talk about like pure efficiency, for example, you can run lower levels and still be very efficient. You're just trading energy for those resources. And for a very low player, you're not, you're trading much less resources for the same reward as a level 100. But yeah, definitely something to consider. Try to aim for some of these tournaments that maybe are not too popular, and then just scoop them up. It looks like you are doing that with your relentless sets. I see a bunch of relentless sets in there, so you are scooping them up. So that's good to see. Check out your inbox here if you have any goodies going on here. You got Revival Path Reward. I don't know what these are. Oh, these must be the Faction Wars keys. So you got a bunch of Revival Path Rewards. Okay, I don't see those very often. Lydia, you are 1/3 of the way there. I mean, you're level 54, so can't expect too much. But yeah, keep working on your faction wars. Obviously, you need to get the perception gear materials. That's very important. And yeah, get the glyphs. That's really important as well. These things, you can't buy these things, right? So you kind of just have to farm them. So yeah, so make sure you keep grinding up these glyphs. Gonna help a lot. I like that you have 11 of these 5-star glyphs, 5-star speed glyphs. That's really good to see. There's notable improvement here, right? There's improvement here that you could spend those glyphs on, but it's good to hold on to them just until you find some nicer pieces, I guess. I mean, this weapon's pretty nice. 17 speed on a speed set, basically, righteous set. So that's pretty nice. So buying the Forge Pass once again, proving itself to be very, very worth the money. Forge Pass for a new account is just massive. Like I said, you still have that batch of instant gear that's going to help your account a lot. I would definitely look to craft some of that out, maybe for CVC or something, so you get some additional benefit, additional value from those crafts. And yeah, if you lack direction, focus on progressing through the Arbiter missions, focusing on progressing through your clan boss. Try to push the dungeons whenever you can to pick up some new gear pieces. Just run down the free tokens, right? Like for me, I'm running down like the arena tokens, every single thing that's free, I'm running it down, and everything. So 7,000 energy here, you run that down as well. Build masteries, finish off masteries on key champions, so at least you can use them. For example, like Warlord. Warlord needs to be finished. Like, there's no reason why he's not, why he's sitting around, right? Like, you got 7,000 energy. Like, finish him up so you get some additional 50 accuracy, for example. Like, who else? Even Ninja. Ninja's not booked, but you're gonna finish him up. Finish up his mastery, so at least you can use him somewhere, right? Really dying for those legendary books. Obviously, it's gonna be very difficult to get. Definitely look into things like training events. Don't give up on training events. They're definitely worthwhile, especially if the rewards are easier to obtain. You do have a bunch of champions that you probably want to level up. You don't have much resources for it. That's a problem. But I would say in your downtime, definitely work on making some gear, like making some gear, leveling up some gear, make some gear from the forge, make some chickens so you can actually level up some of these champions. Namely, Donatello, I think, is going to be a big upgrade, a big help for you. The problem is he needs books. So it's kind of tough, but I think he's going to be next in line for you. Seal the Drake could also be useful. She doesn't necessarily need books right away, but she could be useful as well. And yeah, use the energy to finish off your masteries. That's going to be fine. You need to run campaign as well because you actually don't have any food in your box. You don't have a lot of food ready, and you don't have a lot of mystery shards. So this means you need to run campaign. Obviously, you're going to run campaign to level up food and all that. So make sure you do that so that you can have a steady flow of mystery shards as well. And then obviously you're making food and all that stuff. Looks like Belor is your campaign farmer, which is pretty cool. I used Belor for a little while as well. What has he got here? He's got a lifesteal set. I mean, this is not the best. It's not really a farming build, but maybe it works. I don't know. Maybe it works. Maybe it's like a 30-second build or something. But as long as it works, then it's all good. Belor is really good. Belor is solid, so he's great. He is fully mastered too. So you did invest in him, right? You did invest in him. So yeah, we gotta make sure we gear this guy out a little bit here. Actually, I'm curious whether this build is capable. I want to see if it actually super ready. Let's do just 8 energy. Let's actually see. I'm curious. Let's see if this guy can work here. Let's see. Oh my goodness, actually he did one-shot them. Yeah. Pretty good. Well, he is master. He's fully mastered, so a little bit faster, so you can get the double hit in right away. That could be useful. Oh, he's not dying. Okay, no problem. 20 seconds. Honestly, not bad. Not bad. Not bad. I'd keep it up. All right. Yeah, if you make him a little bit faster, I think like 210 speed, I think you can double hit before they take a turn, which will probably speed up the run quite a bit. Anyways, guys, just a quick overview here for Boo's account. It's a pretty early account, but it's a little bit of an unusual case. Like I said, the account is open since 2019, but has not even passed V6 yet in terms of the daily logins, and he's only level 54, which is absolutely insane. So the guy doesn't really play that much. He actually doesn't log in too much, and he's just feeling a little bit lost with what to do. Hopefully this video would help him out, give him a lot of pointers on what to do here. I mean, there's a lot of work, but at the end of the day, you got to put in the time to, just kind of play the game. So hopefully this enlightened you. Hopefully this gave you a little bit of fire to continue playing Raid. Best of luck, of course, moving forward. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much. Hopefully this was informative and entertaining to you guys. If you guys are interested in these kind of takeovers, make sure you guys hit me up in Discord, and then we can talk about details there. I also do a monthly free takeover on my Discord, so make sure you guys drop one by and send in your application for that. But once again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching until the end. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.